So hi everyone and welcome to Sikkim Chronicle. तपाईलाई थाहा छ कि हामीले एकदमै ज्यादा यो कोभिडको पेन्डेमिक अथवा क्राइसिसको इन्फर्मेसन न्यूज त लिएर आइरहेको छौँ र साथै साथ इन्स्पायरिङ स्टोरिजहरू पनि हामीले लिएर लगातार रूपमा हाम्रो प्लेटफर्ममा आइरहेका छौँ। सो त्यस्तै प्रकारको एउटा इन्स्पायरिङ स्टोरी हामीले रिसेन्टली एउटा नेसनल इन्फ्याक्ट डिजिटल प्लेटफर्ममा ट्रेन्ड भइरहेको देख्यो, सोसियल मिडिया ह्यान्डल्समा ट्रेन्ड भइरहेको देख्यो, बेसिकली फेसबुक, ट्विटर, इन्स्टाग्राम स्टोरिजमा पनि हामीले देखिरहेको थियौँ कि हाम्रो एकजना सिक्किमको युवा अथवा जसले दिल्लीमा बसेर हेज बिन सर्भिङ इनफ्याक्ट एसेन्सियल्स टु द पिपल यो पेन्डेमिकको अथवा यो कोभिडको क्राइसिसमा है। बेसिकली उहाँको नाम हुनुहुन्छ जोहेब भुटिया र उहाँको टिमले दिल्लीमा बसेर लकडाउनको समयमा मोमोजहरू जो चाहिँ बेसिकली हङ्ग्री पुवर अथवा होमलेस हुनुहुन्छ उहाँलाई सर्भ गरिरहनु भएको छ रेगुलरली है, द्याट टु फर फ्री, एब्सोल्युटली फ्री है। र त्यो मात्रै होइन, तर अपार्ट फ्रम द फुड बेसिकली द मोमोज उहाँले अरू पनि एसिस्टेन्स दिइरहनु भएको छ। द एन्टायर नेसनले उहाँलाई अहिले चिनिरहनु भएको छ बिकज हिज बिन ट्रेन्डिङ। तर आई गेस इट्स अल्सो भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट फर अस टु नो कि हाम्रै सिक्किमको छोरा दिल्लीमा बसेर वाट इज रियली डुइङ भनेर। फर्स्ट अफ अल जोएब, कङ्ग्रेचुलेसन्स एन्ड फर द वर्क द्याट यु बिन डुइङ, वी अल आर लाइक रियली प्राउड अफ यु ब्याक होम है। So tell us about the entire thing, what you are doing right now in Delhi with the momos and by helping the people in need.
Thank you again. That was a very kind and elaborate introduction. Thank you for that, and thank you for having me. So I'll just be brief about it. I think most of you all have seen the video, so that tells the whole story. And I will tell you about the beginning. It started off, we were delivering momos. I have a small momo delivery kind of a place. And since the lockdown happened, so it was just an idea that came to my mind that I will donate 100 plates. That was it. So I posted on my Instagram account and I said, if you know anyone who's in need of food, just DM us, and we'll go and provide these many plates. So the first thing we did was we went to AIMS hospital, and outside the hospital, there were a lot of people camped. So I usually see them, when I go drive through the road, I see them sleeping on the road and, camped out with tents. So that was the first place I went to, and there were a lot more than 100 people. So many of them did not get, even the water that we took were just about 100. So there were a lot of people who were sad. And then this post that I made, my friends caught on and they started donating. So the next day I went again with more food, and it continued for a week or so. That's how it started, it snowballed, as I said. And also on Facebook. So we have a St. Paul's page, and Arnold Mukhya was kind enough to share that with through that page, and we got more followers and more support from the people, So we had the Old Police chapter of North America, Mr. Surijit Kar, who's been graciously funding this operation, and Polites all over the world as well, and even my well-wishers and family from Sikkim, friends and family everywhere, big support, and I thank you all for it. Without the support, it wouldn't have been as much as we are trying to do today. So along with the food and ration that you said, so we're planning more things like, giving them firstly a shelter because of the hot conditions here. So you can well imagine the heat in Delhi. It's reaching about 45, 46 degrees during the day. And also there's a lot of rain. So last week it rained for about a couple of days. So they live on the road and they're completely wet. So you can imagine the scenario there. So we want to provide them with shelter, like just tarps, so that they can cover and get some shade from the sun and some shade from the rain as well. That's the first thing. And then we have other problems. A lot of them are unable to pay hospital bills. A lot of them are stuck. They are not able to go home. So these are mostly not just poor people. These are like normal family people, from the smaller cities and towns and villages who've come to AIMS because AIMS is a government hospital and they cannot afford a private one. So, and they cannot even afford to stay in some hotel. So what they do is they just live right outside the hospital gate, So there's this family, he's from Agra, and his daughter is going through a cancer treatment, And the doctor advised him to get her some fruits for strength and energy. So everyone has different problems, and momos will not solve the case for everybody. But this is just a gesture so that, everyone can at least enjoy something in the day. And we're looking into getting more personal attention, A lot of them have prescriptions that we take. And I have Dr. Gautam from Sikkim as well, who is a senior OP at the RML, Ram Manohar Lohia hospital here. So he comes with me. It's been a couple of days that he's been coming with me, So on site, there'll be a lot of patients. He diagnoses them, gives them prescription. Just a couple of days ago, we bought about somewhere around 300 vitamins to be taken every 2 days. So I have a little guys over there who help me out.
Right.
So they took charge of, giving them the medicine. So that's our future step and goals.
Yeah. So Zoheb, I just wanted to know about kaile they can start garnu bhako. Were you serving food in the first lockdown ma pani ki second lockdown they can start garnu bhako ki kati din bhaisakyo aile सम्म in totality?
First lockdown last year, no, we didn't have any operation. As I mentioned in the video, I just went out one of the days, packed some food, about 20 packets, and went to share it out. So it was a good feeling, So I did not take any photos and stuff like that. So this year I wanted to do the same thing. And because of the support that I got, let's say I can continue more and, solve more problems for them. And it's a team effort. As I said, Miro team, we have people from all over, from a lot of people from Sikkim as well, who's helping me out. And also the donations that are coming in. It's a lot of help for us.
Yeah. When we talk about COVID crisis ko कुरा ba हैन सबैजना अब अहिले घर बसिरहेको हुन्छ नि त बेसिकली है लकडाउन भएर घर बस्ने अब काम गरिरहेको हुन्छ बिजनेस शटडाउन गर्ने काम गरिरहेको हुन्छ as far as the stories that I watch in different platforms तपाईले आफ्नो एउटा नयाँ के भन्छ ह्याङआउट अथवा त्यो रेस्टुरेन्ट पनि खोल्नु आँटिरहनु भएको थियो then lockdown happened and all of a sudden like you had the courage to use the pandemic पनि I know it's quite risky but still you thought about coming it हैन अगाडि आएर हेल्प गर्ने. So, basically, who are the members in the team that were literally coming up to help you? And you can name them because we would really want to appreciate the work that they have been doing up in participating in the initiative.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when I started this, this year, it was April, mid-Ola, and it was during the peak of the second wave. So we were having about 3 to 4 lakh cases a day. So my family were absolutely terrified. So I kept it away from them. Like I left them apart, and I just posted it on my personal account. So because of the risks involved. But now that everybody is already known about it, so I would definitely like to name them. We have Pema, who cooks all the momos with help again. And we have Priyata, who does all the PR stuff, getting us helps and things. And then we have Yash, who delivers the food. He comes with me, so he's my guy who comes with me and gets them in line. So yeah, that's our group. And then again, Dr. Gautam from RML, he's also from Sikkim as well. He's also been active part of this whole operation. And we have a group on WhatsApp. It's what I call the Polite Vision group. So we have a group of diverse Polites from all over the world. Very few of them, and they're helping me with the ideas, how to go about the next steps with funds. So it's a big operation now. So we started with a few plates of momos. So I'm proud of my team and the achievement that we've managed to come so far.
In fact, we all are proud back home, Joy, because we were watching a lot of stories and platforms.
Thank you.
We all are proud of you, what you guys are doing in Delhi, and where the momos used to be a kind of a resource community. But the same momo that you have been using to actually serve and help the needy at this point of time. So we highly appreciate
that. That's why I'm called the Momo Wala Bhaiya. So it has a ring to it.
Absolutely. That would really come as a big compliment for all of us right now, Sunny, because we are so proud of the things that you're doing in Delhi, basically. You know? So, I mean, like when you started, you seem to be very, very young. You know? About youngsters, your idea, it may be very exceptional cases that the youngsters would really come ahead and do this kind of thing, that too staying in the capital, by the way. You know? So, challenges, circumstances. So, do you want to talk about that? What were the challenges initially? Were there any challenges as such?
Absolutely. Starting your own business is just hold on. Sorry. It's a lot of challenges, a lot of hurdles. It's not an overnight thing. What is portrayed in the media is basically just the tip of the iceberg. So, and to have that kind of motivation, you'll have to get out of your comfort zone. So this was my out of comfort zone, because at home it's pretty easy for all of us. We don't have to do everything ourselves. So when you stay and hustle and do a bit of hard work, you will realize, and there's bound to be failures. So don't be discouraged by that. And you will find something that you like to do. And once it becomes your thing, then that'll be your driving force. The motivation will come itself. So yeah, I'd say to the young entrepreneurs in Sikkim, do some hard work, do some research, don't just fall into any kind of scams and traps. I would advise against that. And do a lot of research. We have Google, we have a lot of courses online. I think just depending on the government is not enough for us Sikkim youth. I think we have a lot of opportunity from the government as well. Make use of that. There's no problem with funds. You'll get fund from anywhere. Just be creative, do things that you like, and just be at it. I think that driving force should be there.
Joab, I just want to add up, like, तपाईँले start गर्दाखेरि were you kind skeptical हुनुभयो कि भएन, because like रिस्क थियो नि त हैन, बिच अब यस्तो पेन्डेमिकको समयमा सोशल डिस्टेन्स मेन्टेन गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ, कतिवटा टाइममा मेन्टेन गर्दा गर्दा पनि you get vulnerable at times हैन. So what are the precautions that you really took हुन्छ नि अब तपाई फिल्डमा जाँदाखेरि?
Yeah, of course there were risks, and same social distancing. So when we went to give food out, we would make them stand in a queue. We would even sanitize their hands. And I would also like to mention Anurag from he's an old student of our school. So he really helped us with getting a lot of medical supplies and donated a lot of sanitizers, masks. And with that, we can even distribute it to the people there. So we were safe with all the virus part of it, So that's what made us confident enough. So if you keep social distancing, and if you sanitize well, and just be careful with using your hands too much, I think that was enough. And thankfully nothing happened and nobody got sick, and we were able to help a lot of people. In fact, now since they have all the sanitizers, it is also keeping them free of the virus.
Yeah. So what are the targets that you have reached so far? कति जनालाई तपाईले सर्भ गरिसक्नु भएको छ टेन्टेटिभली भए पनि?
I will not have a proper number, but I'll give you an estimate. So between two hospitals, that's the AIMS and the Safdarjung, which is across each other, they're all about 350, 400 people.
All right. So in how many days, Johan?
So it started April, I think. Let me guess, maybe 17th.
All right.
Just vaguely, 17th of April. And it's been on for more than a month now.
Okay.
Nowadays, I don't go every day. Every couple of days, I send out ration, I send out food packets. And also, I'd like to thank O.P. Gupta. He was a school captain of St. Paul's in 2001. He reached out to me, and he has sent a lot of biscuits and juice packets for the kids. And that's a big help. We send cartons of them, so I can share that out as well. So I make it a point to, do at least 4 or 5 days a week.
All right. So have there been times, Zoheb, have there been times where like you felt that you're damn exhausted and like you felt like, I gotta quit or something like that? And if not, what kept you motivated?
Yeah, of course. Even when I was doing the shooting of that Quint video,
Uh-huh.
you would probably see me very tired.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people were asking me, "You look like you haven't slept well," and I was like, "That's true," because it was a couple of days, but I think it was worth it because what kept me going, as you asked,
Yeah.
was the closeness that I. Once you understand somebody on an individual and personal level, you can empathize with that person.
Yeah.
So as I always say, there will be a lot of sympathizers, but very few empathizers. So you need to empathize. You need to be in their situation to understand how troublesome and how difficult it is. Because I sat there, I talked to them, and then I know them by names. I know their family. I know where they're from. So now, if I have somebody that I know who's not getting milk or fruits for the kids, so that itself is a motivation. If that was my family or anyone else's family, you would definitely run for help. So similarly, as I said, once you know a person, doesn't matter if you were rich or poor, if you're whatever status you are. Once you know a person on that level, the humanity will definitely take over. And I think it's in everyone's heart to be kind. You just need to empathize a little more. That's all I have to say.
So, you were talking about family, family भन्ने बित्तिकै there are times जहाँनिर हाम्रो family डराउँछ नि त, like यति बेला चाहिँ बाहिर ननिक्ली, बाहिर नजा भन्दाखेरि. So how was the response from your family? Like how did they look into the kind of initiative that you were really pursuing in Delhi?
Yeah, my family actually, I have to be honest about it. I kind of blocked them from all my social media. So, and I asked friends also, if you have anyone in my family, just please block them right now.
Uh-huh.
Because my mom, she was really scared and she was freaking out.
Uh-huh.
So, and all my sister's in US. She was also very upset.
Uh-huh.
Sent me some long messages, of being very irresponsible. But then, as I said, I did not block them for out of spite. It was just to protect them, because if they're stressing, then I'll be stressed as well.
Yeah.
So now they understand and they're okay with it.
Yeah, but I really wanted to get here between अब त तपाईँ already platforms छ नि त हैन. So there are a lot of government, Twitter handle tweeting about you. There are a lot of personalities in the country tweeting about your initiative. The media covering you. अब family देखिसक्नु भएको छ नि त हैन. And I'm sure they might be proud of you. But like, what was the first reaction when they got to know that you guys are like doing tremendous work in Delhi, भनेर, and that too with high risk? What was the reaction?
You mean of the people who were tweeting?
I mean, the family.
Oh, my family.
Yeah.
Oh, they were mostly excited, but mixed feelings. Like, have you got vaccinated yet? Have you got tested yet? So I was like, I'm completely fine, And a couple of days that I did not text or call them, they automatically assumed I was sick. So I kept getting calls from them. But then now they're very happy because my aunt, I keep talking to her, and I've gotten calls from all of my aunts all over the world. So I'd like to send out a hi and love to them as well. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, and they called me and they were like very happy about the work that I was doing. And my aunt told me that you've taken it from where our grandparents left off from, because they were very charitable people in Gangtok, I believe. I was very young to remember, but I always know that my grandmother was a very kind-hearted person. So she would never be shy in giving me money, And I was very young. I did not understand what money was. So with every note that she gave me, sometimes it was 500, sometimes it was 100, sometimes 20. I used to go and just get a packet of chips. That's what my aunt told me. Okay. But she used to be very generous that way. So yeah, my aunts, they tell me that it runs in the family. So I guess it's what's passed on from my previous generation. So I'm glad that I continue that tradition.
One more thing, like there were a lot of friends of yours from the school, St. Paul's School, like contributing you know, in their own capacity and level. So what
Yeah.
about the other people? Any people from all walks of life were contributing to you through donations as such, or how did they respond to you, basically?
Absolutely, I got a superb response from all the chapters. We have chapters, so uh, the first people who reached out to me were from the North American chapter and the North India chapter. So I was very grateful to them. Without them, it would not have been and moved to this stage. Just to name a few of them, I think on top of my mind, it's Surajit Kaur. He's from Dallas, Texas. Yeah, Texas, Dallas. And he reached out to me in the beginning and he said, you continue your thing, I will help you with the funds. And so it caught on like that. And some of the people here in Delhi, pretty influential business personalities. So they were on the spot. They just called me, sent me donations or sent me food to give out fruits. So that was a really good response, and that's what compelled me to continue. So I'd like to thank all of them. Names do not come right now, but there are a lot of them. They know who they are. And Paul, Uncle, Gautam, Gaurav. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
The last two question for you, like the second last would be like, would you like to share any situation where तपाईँले फर्स्टमा मोमोजहरू सर्भ गर्दा होइन to the needy ones? Has there been any moment where it was so overwhelming for you, like you found that this is my call for the our crisis or mine? Would there been any reaction for the people who are receiving from your end?
Yeah, see, as I said, Momo is something that you'll have to buy. Because they do get food from some of the Gurudwara during the day. But basic food is just your rice and dal. That's about it, right? And so a lot of these people would not be able to afford to eat a momo. So they were very excited for it. And also what happened was one time when we were taking food packets as well, the rice and the dal, along with the momos, because we could not give everybody the momos. So the people who got the rice and dal, they came back with the packet and they said they want the momos. They don't want that food. So, they are more interested in eating our momo. And that's why I think I got the name Momo Wala Bhaiya, because they see my car and they start running, all these kids.
So are you proud to be called as Momo Wala Bhaiya in Delhi right now?
Yeah, why not? I think if that is something that catches on and picks up and has a good attitude to it, so definitely.
So Joy, what next now? For how long are you going to continue with the service or the kind of a work that you're doing in Delhi right now? So how long?
I will say I will try and see them to the end, because most of them that are here for the operation have mostly financial issues.
All right.
So we will be paying for the treatments. We'll be paying for their ride back home. We'll be trying to arrange that. It depends on how much funds I have, and I would like to also thank Perila Didi from USA.
Yeah.
She is our late CM's daughter, Mr. Bandari. So she did a crowdfunding for me in US. She was very touched by my gesture, and she also spoke about how my grandmother used to feed her momos when they were young and could not afford it in the same hotel where I live. So she wanted to pay it back to me, and I am very grateful to her, because she's raised quite a bit of sum for me to actually, pay for all their treatments and see them to the home. So I want to try and get them till the end. I think that would be a successful end for me.
So Joab, the last one from you is like, I want to get a message from you, because I know that a lot of youngsters who might be in crisis right now, there might be a lot of people who might be undergoing a mental stress. Looking at the story of yours, it's not just of a source of inspiration and motivation, but we feel that your kind of positivity is needed at this hour, right? The way you're moving ahead. So what would be your message to the people who's watching this conversation, and then the youngsters basically who are really looking up to you right now?
Just be kind, I guess. As I always say, kindness resonates, once you give out kindness, you will get it back doubly. And it's something that you feel good about, something that will lessen your stress. Life is not about just having a career and having a job, and there's another life that we have to experience, and that comes with happiness, with kindness, with compassion. And once you have that mindset and attitude towards life, I think everything else will fall into place. And I think a lot of people, young people especially, they're going through depression, and they have all these mental issues. That is because of the stress that they're taking, and the amount of tension, because life is competitive. There's a dearth of jobs, there's no jobs, there's hardly any scope for business. But I would like to just tell people to take the risk. Go for it. If you wanted to do something in your life, this is the chance, because as I said, once the age passes and you get older, the responsibilities will burden you. So when you're young and you're free, and you have all the time in the world, you just experience everything, find what works for you. And if you're not happy with the place that you're in, just venture out, be free. That's all I have to say.
All right. So thank you, Joy, for talking to Sikkim Chronicle. It's completely a pleasure, right? We are back home. We are all proud of you, what you're doing. And
thank you again. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we just believe that you'll do wonders in Delhi and make all of us proud again. Thank you, Joy, for talking.
Thank you. And I'd also like to mention we have Kalden from Sikkim St. Paul's chapter. They've taken the initiative to do their own drives, and I think they've already done 2 of them. So I would like people to donate to that cause, because they're going to remote parts of Sikkim, Zonggu and Zongri, these places, to deliver dry ration and anything that they can, benefit from. So I think you can get in touch with Kalyan Lama. He is on Facebook, and OPS Sikkim is our page, Old Polites Association, and they'll be helping out all the poor and the desperate people of Sikkim. So I think that'll be big help from all the Sikkim people watching this. If you can reach out to them, I'll be very thankful.
So we shall leave the number and the other details above in the post. So that would help us. It becomes convenient for citizens to reach out if they want to contribute. So anyway, so thank you, Joy, for joining into this conversation.
Thank you very much, Eugene. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.